cool. An electric brick. Roy, what are you doing, mate? You reckon the green? Every time I see a crow, I call it Roy, because it reminds me of a cousin of mine who was a legend, and legends should never be forgotten. Oh, this isn't good. Guys, it's just got milk running out of this drain. Yuck. You know what? I'm not fishing this. That's disgusting. I'm going back. Jeez, that's an oldie. Went up that way, it was shit. Come back to the bridge and Roy the crow was there. Keeps going that way. Hey, little buddy. I'm not seeing as many coconuts these days. Fill that up and throw them into the river. Alright, Roy, I'm listening to you now. He stayed here, and ain't no fish here. Just there is the start of a canal. I'm just around the corner from my job, so let's go there. The canal starts here. It says it's the Cooks. Oh yeah, there's water. Oh, we just finished a face gutter job. I don't... Oh, is that a mango tree? I don't have a clue where I am. All I know is that's the Cooks River just there. Had a job here years ago. Builder rang me up, said the job's right on the river. So I showed over to do the job. He's laughing his head off because there was the Cooks Canal, or the Cooks River. He didn't realise. He said it was a river to get me there to the job, but he didn't realise I was still going to fish it anyway. Don't have a clue what the tide's doing. Don't really know where I am, but looks pretty good. I can see water, and what I googled up is that canal that we were working on is just over there, so that canal mouth could be an absolute winner. But look at this. I'm glad I've gone to Wormhook, because even though it's a canal, it's still got, look at all that structure in there. Full of structure. Oh yeah, this could be fun. Not the way they poison around the river lines. They say they don't, but they do. Yeah, baby. Fruit tree they planted. Wow, look at this. Me like. This could be a bit of fun. Wasn't expecting this much water in here. Wonder where I am. Yeah, look past the pollution and just show me some fishies. That's a cool gate. I don't really get it, but surprised there wasn't a lock on it. Warning. Found trespassing, swimming, dumping rubbish, causing damage will be prosecuted. That didn't say anything about fishers. Ooh, that's pretty shitty, Aaron. Come on. Out with the big palm tree limb. I would imagine that they're chasing whatever's up here. So little divers and stuff like that to go, but oh, that was something. Hey, and again. Too shallow. It's got to be high tide because the water's up right over the mangroves. What have we got here? Suicide is what we got. Suicide is painless. Really not surface over that. You're going to be on the outer edge, I think. Here's another gate. How cool is that? Still suicide. Nope. Not seeing anything. I can see those signs. This is strange. Next to a kid's playground. Open gate to the canal. Sydney Water, antique lock. Well, they locked that gate. It's a bummer because that's where I'd be if I was a fish. Right in there. I'll come back to that. Let's move around. Where am I? Cooks River, shared path detour. Canterbury Road. I'm on Canterbury Road, am I? Oh yeah, look at that. Wow, didn't say no fishing, did it? Oh, there's got to be fish here somewhere. Oh, there's a park over there. Oh yeah, heaps of room to fish over there. Maybe I should go there first. Japanese kitchen, yum.
The fish is good because the water is very, very...
No, I would not eat it. But your English is really good. Well, you answered two questions for me and gave me one, so you know it.
It's very difficult in my age, 75 years old, learning a new language.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
I can imagine.
I speak Portuguese, of course.
Yep.
I speak Spanish and French.
Spanish,
French.
yeah.
But English, I need to learn.
Nah, you're doing.
I have difficult for listening.
You're doing really well. I can understand you easy. You got it.
What's your name?
My name's Aaron, mate.
German?
Aaron.
Aaron.
With an A, yes.
Aaron.
Yes.
Francisco.
Yeah. Francisco. Pleased to meet you. Thank you about that. See you, bud. This has got to have some absolute crackers in here. There's so much natural structure in this canal. Yeah, it's just, how do they play it? Do they go into there looking for food? Because there's cicada hatches going off everywhere. Are they just looking for that surface bite? Are they on open water? Who knows? Yet to get a bite, but it just looks so fishy. I'm sure there'll be a lot of fish up here somewhere. Still not a single sign. Hey birdie, where's the fish? Of a fish. Nothing. No bites, no visuals, no mullet. No toads. A lot of floating doggy bags full of poo though. Look at the mould on those units. The bite? Probably one of the easiest way to lose a blade is to throw it into a canal full of shopping trolleys. But I just got to have a look. There's mullet, mate. Surely there's brim around them. It's a tip I got years ago off a mate Chris that watches this channel. Fish under the mullet if you want big brim. I'm not sure I ever had a little flatty or a snag like that. Snag. One cast. There goes 15 bucks. Nice. Can't even get a, got a good snag. It's too hard. I can't, they don't want to bite. Look, them ones. There.
No English.
Ah, it's alright. I'm not very good at English either. They like bread.
Korean.
Korean? Aussie.
Huh?
Australian. You're Korean. Pleased to meet you. South Korea? North Korea? South Korea.
South.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Nah, I give up. I'm gonna go back that way. There. You can see them. See the big ones? They're mullet. They don't want to eat. That's the bait. Trick him. See ya. Good day. I thought this is where the fish would be, just on these edges like this. And the fact that there was mullet there tells me there has to be some fish in it. But yeah, maybe I'm just not in the zone. I don't know. But as you can see with my videos, it's like a very multicultural, wonderful world that I live in. And if you're not going to have my attitude where it's like, yeah, me how, hello, live somewhere else. What's wrong with you, bud? It's hot and bothered, are you? So, ooh, I could go through all that, but I don't know. I think I'll go somewhere else, try another spot. Must admit, it does stink. People can live in such an expensive city and let raw sewage just dump down behind them. I mean, you pay $1 million for a unit and then you can smell the poo. Margarita. Yes, I can speak Spanish. Oh, it smells good. Chickens and tacos. Oh, there's one shop that you gotta go use your nose. That smells delicious. What's this one? The mullet are down here now. Alright, this is where I parked. The canal that I was working on is just up here that runs into this one, so we'll have a look at that and then probably leave. Isn't it bizarre how much money they spend maintaining and looking after environments on concrete canals, and then if you drive over Richmond Road at South Creek, you'll see that they turn South Creek into a canal. Yet you go into Sydney and they do all of this. But then here's my favourite sign. Here it is. This area may be affected by sewage overflow. We advise to avoid this area. In other words, they're dumping raw sewage into that. Oh, yuck. Swines, I tell you. Nearly every single canal and creek in Sydney has those signs on them now. That water skinky. Now let's see. Canal's full of poo or full of fish? Cup and Saucer Creek, eh? Is that what it used to look like back in the day? Cool. Oh, it's jet black. Yuck. Really? Really? Generally affected by sewage overflow. Oh yeah. Yeah. Come. Oh, look at the size of the eels there. Look at them. Oh, jeez. They're like poo. I haven't seen much life in these canals, but this is different. Check this out. One of them was a monster. Yeah, look at that. See the tail? I don't think they're there to eat. Look at the size of that one. Oh, spooked me. So huge. They were not hungry, so they weren't sitting there for food. They were sitting there for oxygen. That's how bad this place is. That's sad, man, because I know it's really good fishing, and the thing I love about urban fishing is the opportunities. Like I've got a job here today, haven't been here for years and years and years. Come down here, get a couple of quick fish, and then move on. Now I've actually spent, I don't know, over an hour walking so far for not a single bite, 2 schools of mullet I've seen, and then mega eel. It's sad, isn't it? But even those eels, normally you wouldn't stick your lure near them because they just take it. And then, as you can see, there's no way I'm going to get a 20-pound eel out of there. Oh, yuck. Look at that. People arguing here about the tidal flushing law, saying no, it's not. It is. Look. So these are $1 million houses. Only millionaires live in Sydney, and they live in their own shit. Isn't that bizarre? And when you get up to here, I should be just sight fishing little baby bream. There's some bait fish. But these guys are obviously living in shit. There's some babies. There's some mullet there, but they've got no scales. Sad, sad, sad. Alright guys, I need your help, right? This is the Cook's Canal. I don't know, I've already named this, whatever this is. Gone into it. See these signs, Sydney Water. I want you to comment on my page every time you see one of those signs and the name of the waterway. And let's just see how many hundreds of sewage overflows going into our water. Look at it, it looks like shit. You gotta admit, smell like shit, look like shit, probably is shit. And then when Sydney Water puts those signs up, now we haven't had, oh yeah, they got a storm here the other day, so anything over 20 mil, I think they can tidal flush. Even if the tide doesn't get to the ocean in one hit, they can do it. Dang. Yeah, let's make a record and find out how many of these overflows are going on. Because I can tell you now, that little wetland in there that they spent all that money on, it's got a big poo pipe running through it. You get the hypocrisy. A lot of money spent here, mate, to hide a sewage outlet. 100% got a couple of little brim bites, but I mean they were pecks, and this fish swam off. They just don't want to eat in this stuff. Cook's Canal has sewage signs. This is Cup and Saucer Creek. Sewage signs, and you can smell it. Oh, it is horrible. You know what I can smell? Fertiliser. Oh, okay. Oh, did you see that? What happened then? That's a... Oh, what the hell? Huh. Yep, one bite. And you know what? I'll probably do it again. Ever since those signs started popping up, the fishing sucks. Driving all these back roads home, and I come around the corner and here I am, Iron Cove. Well, gold hasn't even dried out. Alright, let's see if we can get a fishy here. Now this is the Parramatta River, or runs into the Parramatta River. Just does have a name. Oh, look at that. And there is the sewage signs on this as well. That's what we want. Looks sort of repulsive though. Ooh. Yeah, so there's a bit of raw sewage running into this one too. Don't sound like a fucking hypocrite, but fishing the blue stuff, eh? Tell you what, some spooky mullet here. A couple times they got lifted right up, so who knows? There could be some big ones in here. I feel like there is something underneath those mullet giving them a hard time. I don't know what it is. They definitely get spooked. Could be the air too. Might be eagles that are getting them. See that? That's a spooky animal. Yeah, not one bite, that's just rank. I'm going to leave because I love these canals and I can't fish them like this. It's putrid. Imagine we just drop turds on the netball court, hey? Just a crew of tradies behind me. They're working here tomorrow, they want to know if it's worth bringing fish and tackle. It's like, yeah. Then my guys did your water there asking about it. I'm like, well, you guys get your act together. Fishing will be awesome. What I'm trying to say is, there's not just me that wants to do this. Recreational fishing, urban fishing, something that should be protected, looked after, encouraged. Keep people from going mad. Be less road rage, I'll tell you that now. Why I do the urban fishing probably stops me from going mad. But I'm not the only one, we're all like it. And I mean, you'd all be under the pinch. All the roofers that watch my show will understand.
Menu log 711 1 to please.
Been a very tough year. And now we're under the pump to try and make a bit of money so we can have a break at Christmas. And it's relentless. We're always broke. We're always pushed and shoved. So just these little escapes that we get, like the concrete is just then. It's like, oh mate, I'm back here tomorrow, is it worth me bringing my fishing gear? It's like, yes, of course it is. Have some fun. But I also maintain like those netball courts. Imagine if we all turned up here and just drop big shits on the netball court the day before netball. It would not be a very good look, would it? Yeah, but if you like glass houses, come and fish in Sydney. You know, because we're full of glass houses. We're full of hypocrites that go, oh, climate change is real. It's a real deal. We've got to spend money to stop it. We have to do everything in our power, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're shit in my creeks, mate. Global warming's real. Man-made climate change is real. Well, why are you turning creeks into canals? And why are you pumping out sewage instead of having sewage treatment works? Why does a brand new estate have a tank, like a giant septic tank that gets pumped out? And when they can't cope, it goes into the nearest creek. Why? Why can't I sue you for being a hypocrite and for one of the reasons why we have man-made climate change? And don't start me with the housing. I thought Minzy might have been a real man, but no, he just wants to stick 20,000 houses at Rosalie Racetrack. There we go, Parramatta Speedway, guys. They love it. It was iconic. It was absolutely iconic, and it will never be replaced. Yet they took it. The entire Sydney basin is just soaking in forever chemicals. Soaking in them. The truck in front of me, New South Wales, Blue Mountain City Council, EPA, all on the back, garbage truck. Oh, that's another story in its own right. The landfill in Sydney is just quite bizarre as well. Like it's got all these different bins, but they all go into the same hole. Anyway, getting back to my forever chemicals. You guys don't understand. The 70s, for fuck's sake, were cleaner than this. The 80s were fucking cleaner than this. The fucking 90s were cleaner than this. 2000, I was proud to be an Australian fisherman fishing the creeks around Sydney because urbanisation didn't destroy those fucking creeks. But 2024, and we've gone back to pump outs because they never put in any treatment plants for all of the development that's going on in Sydney. They never ever put into the mathematical equations the amount of extra toilets that are going into these builds. Like, it's pretty simple. Average person has 1 to 2 shits a day. 4 people in a family, that's what, you know, say 6, 7 shits a day on average for a family of 4. You know, that's just a healthy family. And where's it all go? It goes into these pretty little wetlands. And it's just not poo. It's the forever chemicals again. It's the chemicals that go into our toilets and into our treatment works that are getting flushed out as well. And that's what really hurts me, because shit is one thing and chemicals another. And then don't forget, we have a factory fire season here in Sydney where we have multiple factories over a period of time between, say, September and May. It used to be a 3-month summer thing, but now it's a 9-month all but winter thing as our factory fires. And we use a fire retardant here in Australia that is proven to be carcinogenic. In America and Europe, they will not use it, but over here, they don't believe in the science that they've been given by the Americans to say it's carcinogenic. So we still use it and we still flush it after a fire into our creeks, into our drains, into our creeks, into our rivers. You know, for God's sake, there was black balls turned up on the beach. Black balls turned up on the beach a few weeks back, 4 or 5 weeks back. And EPA put out a report and said, oh, it's from an oil tanker, it often happens. But when they actually checked out what the components of those black balls were, it was pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, human shit, human hair, and a whole range of forever chemicals. It got dumped out of our treatment works. EPA are still maintaining it come off an oil tanker. They don't do any science. I mean, I could find the culprits of those black balls, but no, it'll never be found. They'll never be caught. They'll never have to answer for what they've done. Some authority, some major company has released that into the atmosphere, into the rivers, into the oceans, and then Google up the amount of sewage that's along your beaches in Sydney. You know, the 70s. Remember Rex Mossop days? You know, making girls put clothes on at the nudie beach over there near Manly. You know, the surfers used to ride the poo out. Like, you'd see the poo floating around while you surfed in the 70s. Well, now you don't. You just see this black tar. Yeah, I might title this video, "We love you, Sydney Water. You're doing a great job, mate." Urbanisation, see this? There's kangaroos live in that paddock over there. It's the back of Mount Druitt. Yeah, why did the kangaroo cross the road? To get to some grass. Doing a mighty fine job, Sydney Water. Have a look at South Creek. It's just a yellowy brown today. It's almost like the poo on my dash, baby poo brown. Yeah, we wanted to get a trophy for Sydney Water, you know, to congratulate them for the environmental policies. We didn't know whether to get them like a deuce or a turd sandwich. We weren't sure, so we've just gone with the turd.